Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to the channel and welcome as always to our coffee times to talk about horror. And today I am here to bring you my January TBR pile.
It's coffee time!
We've done it, you guys. We're finally in 2024 and welcome to the new year. Welcome to the new. Let's hope 2024 is not the shit show that 2023 became for me. So, fingers crossed. Also, welcome to the new channel. And today, as the title implies, I'm here to talk to you about the things that I mean to read during the month of January. So this year is going to work a little bit different when it comes to my TBRs in my wrap-up videos because I'm going to be throughout the year recording some secret vlogs or themed reading vlogs, and for that purpose I'm going to omit those books from my TBR piles and from my wrap-ups until those videos are completed. So basically I'm still gonna put up together a little TBR pile for every single month, and those are books that I intend to read that month apart from the ones that I will be reading backstage under wraps for those special videos that I'm going to be working on throughout the year. So today I'm here to bring you my TBR pile, the books that you are allowed to know that I'm going to be reading or at least attempting to read in 2024. Let's start with January 2024, and I have a small TBR pile here. There's a couple of new releases, so the ones that I have pre-ordered hopefully will come on time. Let's start with Catch Your Death by Ravenna Guron, and this is a YA mystery thriller, and by the looks of it this is a great book to pick during winter, and I think it still applies for the month of January. This is also the book that they picked for the YA book club for the month of January, so it's always exciting if I can read the book that they are reading because I love to participate then in their live shows and discuss the book with spoilers and everything. So this is a murder mystery whodunit, and those are also great for a cozy kind of still winter season. Three girls are stranded in the middle of a snowstorm and they find this mansion and decide to look for shelter inside, and they meet the family that lives there and everything. And then one of the family members is murdered. Someone has been poisoned and now everybody's trapped inside of the mansion due to the snowstorm with a killer, and they have to figure out who killed, who poisoned this person. So this sounds, like a Agatha Christie whodunit mystery in a closed space, and that is something that I thrive for, and I think it's always very entertaining to try to figure out who is the murderer, especially when you're trapped in there with them. So your list of suspects is very limited. You know it's someone that's there inside in the mansion with them, and I always find that so kind of like entertaining. So I'm really excited for this one and to see if I'm able to figure out who was the killer. You Wouldn't Catch Me Dead by Tess James Mackey, and this one is another YA thriller that comes out on the 18th of January, so hopefully I still have time to read it before the month ends. And this one I'm really excited about. It is about Keely. She is trying to just, be in the background at school. She doesn't want to stand out. She doesn't want to draw all the attention to her. She just wants to get things done and apply for college. And because she's very invested on just getting to the college that she wants, she decides that a little bit of extracurricular stuff will help her. And so she decides to join a club. And this is a club where people go out in the wilderness to camp. And in one of those camping trips, they are in the middle of the woods, they have set up their tents, everything seems to be fine. But then the girls that are camping there start to be picked out one by one, and they're being killed by something or someone. So I'm excited to see what this one is about. Is it a paranormal thing? Is it a person that's killing these girls? Are they only being kidnapped? So I don't know, I'm really intrigued about this one. Then we have some adult horror. I have Nestlings by Nat Cassidy. So after reading Mary last year, which was his debut novel, and really enjoying it, I was really intrigued about this one because people have compared this, I think, to Rosemary's Baby and other things that I enjoy, and I was like, let me get that book. But then Amazon was sold out, other places were sold out, regular bookstores don't carry it because it's an independent publishing thing, and Finally, I got myself a copy right before the beginning of 2024, so obviously this one had to go to my January TBR pile because I just need to know. We follow a married couple that have just welcomed their newborn to the world, but the delivery of the baby was very complicated and the wife is still kind of going through it, and she has some post-delivery kind of trauma and she's working through that. But life seems to be kind of on their side because they end up winning an apartment that is in a very good location, and they decide to move there and start over. But when they move to the new place, they realize that their newborn has some marks on the body that almost look like bite marks. So what's going on in this new place? I'm intrigued. I don't know exactly how disturbing this is gonna get. I do know that Mary progressively got more and more disturbing, and also it was a lot of psychological horror. So I'm kind of excited to see where this one is gonna take me because honestly I have no clue. But also look at the cover, you guys. The cover of Mary was fantastic, but this one is also amazing. Signed, Seal, Dead by Cynthia Murphy. This is another YA thriller that comes out on the 4th of January. So this one I have high hopes to receive on time to read. You guys know I've been really excited for this one. I've been really enjoying all of her books. And this one I find particularly interesting because it deals with true crime. So we have a family that decides to move back to their hometown, and the daughter starts to kind of dig a little bit into the history of the place, and she realizes that during the 90s some people disappeared and those cases have turned into cold cases. Nobody has been able to solve them, so she decides that she's the one that's going to investigate and figure out what happened to those people. So I'm just really intrigued about this one. I want to read it the moment that I get it. One Must Go by Alex Reed, and this is adult horror. I did mention this one on my upcoming books for January 2024, and I do have this one already on my Kindle because I got an ARC from NetGalley, and I'm really excited because, I mean, it sounds gruesome. It is a small town in which every year they kind of have to make a sacrifice. So they offer 3 of the kids for sacrifice, and the catch is that if the 3 kids decide which one of the 3 is supposed to be the sacrifice, then the other 2 can live. But what happens if they cannot reach an agreement? That's what I would like to know. Also, why are the kids being offered to sacrifice? Like, what is going on in this place, in this town? Did somebody did an oopsie in the past and now they are kind of in debt with a god or a creature, or I don't know. We'll have to see. Then I have on my TBR pile the middle grade horror, the Doomsday Archive. So the first book on the series is gonna be called The Wandering Hour, and it is by Zach Lauren Clark and Nick Eliopoulos, and this is going to be the start of a new middle grade horror series. It follows 3 friends that are kind of investigating the legends that are tied to the place where they live in, and they're trying to figure out if they are grounded in reality or if it's just like tales that the people have been telling through generations but have no nothing like tying it to reality. So I'm just guessing they're trying to figure out if these things are real or not. And if you give me kids investigating urban legends or legends in a place, I'm down for it. Also, it does mention that the 3 kids are really obsessed with horror. They love everything horror, and they probably watch horror movies and stuff like that, and like to investigate these kind of horror legends. So it just sounds like a lot of fun, and I am really happy that they are bringing more horror middle grade out. Next, I'm finally treating myself and reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is another YA thriller. I'm reading a lot of YA, but it's something that I really enjoyed in 2023. So hopefully the YA books that I pick this year are also going to be books that I really enjoy. I absolutely loved Five Survive, and I had been putting off reading this book. I remember I bought it from a Kindle when it came out, never touched it, and now I feel like it's the time, and now I even have a physical copy. I'm really excited. Also, the TV show, I think it's coming out this year, so I don't want to watch the TV show without having read the 3 books, and I think there's a novella as well. So I'll be starting my 2024 reading with a book that hopefully it's gonna be a 5-star for me, but we will have to see. So in this town, a girl was murdered years ago, and the case was closed, and they arrested the killer, but our main character believes that the killer is still out there and they got the wrong person. So because the police is not going to do anything anymore, she decides to investigate the case herself. This sounds amazing. That's why I picked up the Kindle back in the day, the ebook, but never read it. So now it's time, and I'm really excited. I'm also a little bit scared because I've been hyping this up in my head since reading Five Survive. So hopefully I didn't ruin the experience for me, because you know what happens when you hype up something so much in your head and then you get to it. I hope not to be disappointed, you guys. And the last one that I will be reading is the book pick of the month for Sharon's new book club. So this year she has started a book club in which they're going to be reading indie authors, and I am all for that. So I'm gonna try to read their pick of the month every month. I don't know if I'm gonna make it every month, but I'm gonna try. So the first one sounds great because it's a ghost story, which fits really well also with the winter, and it's called Echoes of Home, a Ghost Story by M.L. Rayner. This is adult horror. I believe everything that's going to be in her book club is going to be adult horror, but if you're looking for, you know, recommendations of horror books that are by indie authors, definitely follow her. I'm going to leave her YouTube and TikTok down below, because in TikTok they're going to do a lot of content as well for this. So Leslie Wills is a man that is looking for a new beginning, so she takes the opportunity to move to a small town in the Scottish Highlands. Everybody in town seems to be really friendly, everybody seems to be willing to help, but then there's a place in there that is kind of calling him. There is a place with a secret past that is pulling him, and I'm guessing this is going to be probably kind of those haunted house stories. It is a paranormal book, so I'm expecting a little bit of that, like a haunted place. I don't know why this place is haunted, so I will be willing to know. Also, I like the setting that it's in the Scottish Highlands, so yeah, I'm really intrigued, and also I trust completely Sharon's picks, so because she knows the kind of books that I like, and I know the kind of books that she likes, and we tend to like the same stuff, so I'm really excited for this one. So this is everything that I plan to read in the month of January, at least things that you are allowed to know that I'm going to be reading. The rest is going to be a secret that I'm going to keep, so that I can upload then the reading vlogs of those specific books that I have chosen for other content that I hope you're gonna enjoy this year, because I'm really committed to do finally some more like themed reading vlogs and stuff like that, so hopefully you'll have fun with those. I'm really excited to start those, to be honest. I'm really excited about the new adventure, the new channel, the new concepts and stuff, so hopefully you guys are up for the ride. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, what are you going to start your reading year of January 2024 with? Which is the book that you've picked to start? It's always a complicated decision because it can mark a great beginning or a horrible beginning of the reading year. So I'll be curious to know if you guys go to an author you know you're gonna enjoy, or if you risk it and go for something new. So what is your go-to when you're starting a reading year? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. Thank you guys as always so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye!